right, ladies and gentlemen. Hello, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram users. This is FOB Fuego here at the news location of Casa de Henry version 2.0. My good friend, TB Nero, also known as tuberculosis Nero. Is that what it means?
No, it's changed. I don't know how many times that changed. It was that boy Nero, then it was Texas-born Nero, and that bastard Nero for a while.
That bastard Nero, I like that one.
I know Hassan uses that.
That bastard Nero, I like that. I think I'm gonna start using that one.
Yeah, a lot of people use that.
Okay, so I'm here in Houston, chilling with my good friend. Also, not only that, we also had Tony, aka Naughty Monkey. He was here with his family not too long ago.
Yeah, they'll probably pop back in.
Yeah, so you might hear them in a little bit. But I'm here because, for one, I haven't seen Henry in a while, so I wanted to see his new pad for myself. I didn't know you lived close to where you once were.
Yeah, down the street.
You're literally down the street.
Literally across the street.
I'm over here thinking like, man, he's in a whole other city and then another part of the town.
It's across the street.
I put in my GPS. I'm like, man, you live? I was like, is that literally down the street from his old apartment? Yep, down the street. The only thing is that you have to walk around just a little bit to find it, a little hidden.
Yeah,
just a little.
What was great was when I was moving from apartments, I was literally carrying furniture across the street to my apartment.
Yeah, that's what I heard. You were saying, he goes, at least I don't have to get a truck.
I took my coffee table, my dining room, well, not my dining room table, my coffee table, my TVs, all that stuff was just carried across the street.
But that's the right way to do it, you know?
We rented the U-Haul, me and my old roommate. It took me 30 minutes to move all my heavy stuff, and that was it.
That's good.
Yeah, it was really cheap.
At least you got that stuff settled.
Yeah.
All right, so there's a reason why I'm here. There's a reason why I have Nero on this podcast. It didn't come to my attention, which I did see the podcast from last year.
Yeah, it popped up again, and we haven't done one in a while.
I haven't done one in over a year.
And I've been wanting to try to start one. It's just that I'm kind of broke. So I don't have the technology. I don't even have internet in my apartment at the moment. I want to buy a decent laptop before I start anything. Because I have ideas and I want to stream and all that kind of stuff too.
Mm-hmm. Right.
But I need money beforehand.
Yeah. So before we get started, there's some things I want to clear up. Basically, I'm just saying call outs, but I'm basically going to be responding to people from last night in a messenger that I was talking to.
Oh, God.
Okay. I expressed my feelings about a certain thing, which is going to be the topic of today's podcast. But let me just say at first, to Todd that was giving me the low tier God memes, the freaking chart from Joseph, and freaking Jesse telling me to jump on Third Strike, I have three things to tell you guys. Todd, CoCo, shut up. CoCo, shut up.
We have puppies.
We have puppies here. CoCo.
It's the neighbors.
Yeah. CoCo, shush. Shush. It's the neighbors. Anyway, like I was saying. CoCo, I will cut you. Come here. Come here. Dad, break your ass over there. Hey, stop it. Stop it. Alright.
Puppy dogs.
So I was saying, Todd, get better at the game. Once you actually get through the college trials, which I know you haven't gone through it yet because you're still stuck on number 10, then you can keep writing memes, okay? To Joe, get better at the game before you go to tournaments, okay? You're basically giving the pro players your money. Alright? I played you a showdown and it shows that you haven't really gotten better since then. But I do have to apologize to Jesse. CoCo. I do have to apologize to Jesse because I did tell him to, suck Hillary Clinton's dick at the end of the post.
I wasn't involved in any of this.
No, he was not. Stop it. But what I meant to say was go suck Donald Trump's dick, all right? That's what I meant. So those are the three things I wanted to get out of there. Today's topic is about CAPCOM. It's about Capcom and how they are handling their game as far as updates and content for Street Fighter V. Henry, you do not own the game yet, correct?
No, I don't. I don't own the game.
But you do want the game, right?
I do. I want to get it for sure. As soon as I get a chance and there's a decent bundle and I have a good amount of money, I'm gonna get my PS4 and I bought a stick just to play it.
Right.
I just didn't buy the system because.
And which we all did. I did that 2 years ago.
One was because I was broke, but two, there was no real reason to buy it besides 5. And I'm like, I wanted another reason to buy it. And now Doom came out, so I want to play it.
Okay.
Doom's the other reason I want to play. I don't want to buy an entire system just to play one game. At least give me 2 games and I'll be happy. And so Doom is my game. That's what I want.
So 1's not enough, but 2's just right.
2 is fine.
Okay. And that's a legitimate reason, right? You know, you're getting your stuff settled. You just moved into your new apartment, which is very nice, by the way.
Yeah, appreciate it.
That's a good enough reason.
Yeah.
What bothers me is that other people are like saying, "Oh, I'm not gonna get the game until X character comes out or this character comes out," which is understandable. They're waiting on their character.
That happened to 3. 3 got most people turned off because there was no character that they liked. Like, you look at New Generation initial cast, there's only Ken and Ryu, there's no Guile, there's no Dawson, there's no Honda, and you have all these kind of weird-ass offbeat characters. You had Yun, you have Oro, you have Necro, there was a grappler, sure, but he was not he didn't play like Zangief.
Right.
There was absolutely no Guile type character at all. You had Oro there, but then that's a weird. All the designs were just off-putting to most people when they first saw the game.
Yeah, but this is not the case for 5.
Yeah.
Okay, but what I'm trying to get at is, and they have every right to feel this way, Street Fighter V is not a complete game at the moment. The only thing that it has going for him at the moment, the core mechanic of the game itself, the fighting, is awesome. It's actually very fun, easy to learn, and for the people that want to get into competitive game, it is a good game to get into, to at least start it. But a lot of people that are in the casual department are saying that they don't want to get a game if they can't play it by themselves. That doesn't have maybe a lot of modes with it. But let's say Street Fighter 4 had, when it first came out, a good amount of modes, right?
Maybe yeah, a decent amount.
A decent amount. Then when Super came out, they added more. And then Ultra, they added maybe 1 more, I think. They didn't add anything. They just updated the whole.
They added online training.
Online training, okay.
That was fine.
They added more things to it. Now, you could kind of say that because of that, everyone felt spoiled by the fact that we got a lot of things that we wanted in Ultra came out in Ultra. Street Fighter V came out a lot earlier than it expected. I would have at least expected it to be still in development and then be released during this summer. My original thought, right? Yeah. It came out a lot earlier. And it's been a very, very bumpy road for Capcom.
Well, the way I see it is the reason it came out earlier was because
of Sony.
Sony dumped. It was already in development by the time it got announced. The thing that happened was Sony wanted that exclusivity, so they dumped all the money they could possibly dump into to speed up the process.
Right, in which they did.
And it's like, you know what? That's fine. You put that much money into a game. You put that much money into a development team. Then okay, that's fine. But the way I see it is like the game is complete. In terms of it is a fighting game, you can sit down and play with one person against another person in an offline mode. Then the game's complete. The game,
in a sense,
the game functions as a fighting game.
Mm-hmm.
It's fine. Like to me, that's my definition of complete. New characters added, that's great. Trials are cool, I guess. Survival mode pisses everybody off, but that's fun. That's fine. But if a game has literally just nothing to it except being able to play against another person, I'm fine with that. I don't need an arcade mode. I don't need a story mode. Story modes are fine. That's fun. Those are cool. But send me the comic book in the mail.
Right.
Give me a graphic novel. Give me a coupon for a graphic novel, and that's basically I get a free art book with my game.
Okay.
That's fine.
So, but yeah, that's another good point too. But let's say for the people that just say, "Oh, I'm not gonna get it because this is all it has."
That's fine. They don't have to get it. That's fine. If I don't see what the problem is with Sony's clearly going for the casual market. They want the most amount of people playing Street Fighter V as possible. But in reality, that's not going to happen. If they're complaining about modes, they're complaining about this and that and the other, then no matter what you did, if they could have released every single character in the game and put online versus, and that'd have been it, that'd be a complete fighting game. But those people would not have cared because they want a story mode, they want modes, they want single player. And I do see the importance of single player. Sitting down in a training mode or sitting down in an arcade mode and learning the mechanics and learning how it works. And Guilty Gear Revelator just came out. It has one of the best training modes on the planet because not only does it give you modes on how to play the character, to play the game, it also gives you character matchup tutorials.
Right.
And that's amazing.
Well, that's a step further than a lot of
That's a step further than a lot of arcade training modes go in at all. And so that's like the example that Capcom should have gone, but it's just the way it is. They're going to do in this kind of a bare bones necessity as it goes to get the game out. And because Capcom would have been damned either way. They could have been like, let's put the game out the way it is now with modes, like with the online, which online was going to be a disaster no matter what you did.
Oh yeah, but that's a given.
That's a given. That everybody expecting, like the first day, I knew the servers were going to crash because everybody going to be on it.
Yeah.
And then servers became an issue, and I saw the bitching and moaning, and it's like, come on, guys! Every game goes through these growing pains when it comes to online. Especially Strike's online was terrible when you first got it.
Especially on the new console.
Especially
that they're on their own server.
Their own server that they've never done before. So that was expected. I knew that debacle was going to happen. And then, of course, you lose people who is like, well, Capcom now has to fix this and needs to fix this. Like, yeah, sure. They do need to fix it, but they don't necessarily need to listen to you. You bought the game, sure, and you have every right to complain. Everybody has the right to complain. But you're not programming the fucking server, so calm down.
Yeah,
you're not fixing the problem, you're just adding to more noise.
Which kind of brings us to this point here, the whole 8-frame lag situation.
Which I think was on purpose. I think that they had the 8-frame lag on purpose because they knew the compensation that people were going to have to deal with. It wasn't going to play exactly like 4. The speed was completely different, and everybody has different setups.
I actually thought that's part of the design that they wanted, because exactly. if you really look at it from the perspective, since I've been playing it since it came out, you have to get close to the characters now. You have to fight.
This Street Fighter V is a rushdown fighter's wet dream. You want to run at your opponent and punch buttons as much as possible. This is not an Oki. This is not defense. There's footsies now that the game has been out. But the game doesn't reward you as much as 4 did for good footsies. This is a straight up, I'm going to run at you. I'm going to dash and charge and throw you as far as possible.
It's literally if anything, one of the most simplest forms of just like, we're going to fight kind of thing.
Exactly.
Whichever moves me what.
That's why they put the guard break back in. It makes it an offensive game. You cannot just sit and block all day.
Well, they put guard break. They put like
or the guard crush or whatever it's called.
They put like the V reversal
the V reversals and all those things. Off. It makes it an offensive game, which threw people off because they're playing for the way they always play, which is hold down back.
And weather the storm.
Wait for your opportunity.
And then attack.
Wait for your frame to come out where you can hit jab, and then fight your way out and go and then do your combo, which was fine for what it was for 4. I love 4 still. It's still a fun game to play. but 5 was a complete overhaul.
It's not 4.
It's not 4. It's a complete overhaul of the engine, and it's a complete overhaul of the mechanics. And it is straight up, I'm going to run at you and hit buttons. And that pisses a lot of people off because they see it as no strategy. They see it as brain dead. They see it as dumb. They see it as easy. It's casual. What is this garbage? What is this trash? It's like, it's so, anyone can play this. It's like, yeah.
And 4 went through the same thing.
It was designed to be that way.
4 went through the same thing. I remember when, who was it?
The elitism that some people have is like, I'm a fighting game player, so this game needs to be designed for me, and if it isn't complex, then it's garbage. Fuck you. It's that simple.
Well, here's the thing though, like, this is what I'm noticing too. The players that actually were better in Ultra, or in 4 in general, right? That were considered top tier, like the players. I'm not talking about the characters. They're not doing so well in 5.
Perfect example is Snake Eyes. Snake Eyes is clearly struggling, trying to adapt to Zangief in 5. He doesn't have the. Granted, he doesn't have the. Granted, he doesn't have the same tools that he has, but it's still Zangief. He still has the basic mechanics of Zangief.
I could tell you what Zangief has compared to what Zangief had back then. Because I was using, actually towards the end of Ultra, I was using Zangief.
Yeah.
Green Hand's gone, right?
Yeah.
And that's it. That's the only thing
that air throw is so good, though.
Yeah,
that air throw is such a good way of getting in on people and just scaring the crap out of them.
Look, if anything, he's actually better than when he was in 4. The only difference is everyone's used to him in 4 being like slow moving. Granted, he's like the second slowest moving character.
Yeah.
First being Bison.
Yeah.
For some reason, because they just decided.
That's gonna change because I bet you Urien will be just as slow.
Oh no, I think they might give him a little bit of speed. But anyway, like they gave Zangief more strengths as far as we didn't have in 4.
Yeah.
His SPD, I don't know if you noticed. Okay.
Yeah.
We were playing earlier in Street Fighter 5.
Yeah.
I brought my setup over here. I was catching Henry with an SPD after he would do stun gun headbutt with Alex. And you thought it was because you pushed the button and it caught you.
Yeah.
What if I told you that doesn't have to be the case?
No, it doesn't. I quickly learned because as soon as I hit headbutt, I would jump up immediately. And it's like, okay, that's probably what it is because the frames are so different now.
It's not the frames. I'm not catching you because of the frames.
Mm.
At that distance, Zangief can catch people from that distance.
Oh, okay. So they increase his range.
They increase his range. The lighter the attack.
Yeah.
The longer range.
Yeah.
The best kind of stage to show you like how far it goes, if you could be like in a melee setup like close.
Yeah.
And you do backdash, that distance is the SPD range for light.
Oh, okay.
And EX, because EX also works in that range too.
Yeah.
And not a lot of people know that. Not a lot of people execute on that. And the same thing goes when you're in the air.
Yeah.
Especially like if you jump up and throw an attack, that catches that attack. Just like you thought, oh, because I put my limb out, I caught it. It works like that in the air.
Yeah.
That way, and also by that distance. Yeah, he doesn't have green hand. He can flex though. He uses V trigger. He could do a lot of his things he didn't have. He has a short hop. He has a crouching heavy punch where he hits the elbow in the air, which is a lot of good moves that he has. He doesn't have good combos, but I've discovered some stuff I'm playing it on my own.
Yeah.
And for Snake Eyes to say that, oh, because of the 8 frames of lag, that's why I'm not doing well, I call bull, because every game in its own right has a certain percentage of lag.
Yeah.
There is no such thing as a perfect...
No, there's no such perfect
game, whether in 3D or like 2-dimensional. Because they're going to go at their own speeds. They're going to some go as fast as others, I will say that.
Yeah.
But to say that, oh, it lags by a frame and it actually affecting us. That's what bothers me. That all of these players that are not doing well are making up excuses on why they're not doing well.
Mm.
Imagine what Capcom looks at it right now whenever they say, all right, guys, we got a message from America that someone did like a lag test on us. It says there's 8 frames of lag. You know what they're going to do? They're going to look at it and be like, the fuck? They're going to go back to the game. They're going to look at it and they're like, okay, there's 8 frames. What do you want us to do with it?
Yeah.
Make it shorter? People don't realize if you shorten the frames, it'll change the complete pace of the game.
Which I'm just waiting and just gonna laugh and not even care. Because as soon as that update comes and they fix the 8 frames, there are gonna be people bitching and complaining. It's like, oh my god, it's too fast. Oh wow, I can't do anything.
And exactly,
I can't react.
And that's another thing too.
There's no punish here. What happened to my punish? It's like the same shit. It's just people complaining.
And that's another thing. Like Capcom, I will say, has been listening to the fans. As much as they're bitching, they've been listening to a lot of things that they've been doing.
Yeah, there are some people who will generally just come up with actual good, criticism of the game that deserves. There are some
praise
with it. Yeah.
Yeah, like the only thing that I can say is like for me, I enjoyed it a lot more than I did 4. Why? Because I don't know what I'm doing. When 4 came out, I didn't know what I was doing until actually I met up with you guys way later, like years later.
I've never been good in any of these games. Like
you were good at it.
I was good.
You were good at Ultra. You were good at Ultra.
I was good.
That's what I'm saying.
At Ultra.
But that's what I'm saying though. Like we didn't know what we were doing until the end of it. So we're actually going over to another game. And this is another thing already. A lot of people have already put in a good amount of change, a good amount of green for the game before it came out, right? Season pass,
the game itself, a new system,
new system, and all
new
that.
sticks.
Yeah, I bought my stick 2 years before Street Fighter 5 was even announced. I just bought it because I didn't have a stick to play on the next gen games.
Yeah, I remember hating this. Like, why can't we use our older sticks? And then they're like, well, we'll do all this, and it's like, no, you are money cash grab, like for sure.
And they did, but
that's a whole other tangent, and that's another rant I have.
But here's the thing, though.
Look at that.
But here's the thing, though. They at least had the courtesy to put legacy support for the PS4 for that.
They had to because
of the backlash.
And that's because of the Skullgirls development team.
Yeah.
Thank you.
But because of that, not a lot of people could be able to even play the game at all.
Yeah.
But they realized that once they saw that people were not happy with the game the way it was coming out, knowing that the tech exists, Capcom was literally trying to be like, no, well, we don't want to do it because it's not ours.
Yeah.
And the other company's like, oh, we can let you, borrow it. And they're like, shit, okay, now we got to do it.
Now you got to do it.
So, and it's a whole debacle. They've been behind on their scheduling. They've been behind on a lot of things supposed to come out. I don't expect them to come out early in the month, okay? Like, I understand, or midway in the month. They're doing it the cheapest way by going it towards the end of the month, right?
Well, going at the end of the month also gives them the most amount of time possible.
That's true.
To keep going and then testing, because dropping a new element in any game is gonna fuck up everything unless it's tested.
But that's why there's planning.
That's why they shut down the servers as soon as those updates come out.
Exactly.
Because they have to make sure it's like, okay, the servers can support this new character, these new frames, everything.
But the servers are down until like maybe weeks prior before the character comes out.
Yeah.
Okay, so they at least have time. Capcom came out with a statement saying there are 2 separate occasions that came out, 2 separate statements I want to talk about.
Mm-hmm.
One being that they apologized.
Well, that's Japanese development team.
That's Japanese. But this is from the core of the game, like the people that actually have developed it. And they apologized because apparently apologized for the frame of lag, right? Saying, oh, we weren't aware, something that around that line. But there's something I want to talk about. What he said was, we did not think that putting more modes in the game would affect the sales of the game.
Yeah. Because it's a fighting game.
Because it's a fighting game, right?
Going for fighting gamers.
Yeah, but here's the thing though. If you want to get to the casual market, you need to have more things into the game. You can't just have bread and the meat.
Yeah.
You need maybe a little bit of cheese, maybe a lettuce, tomato, mustard, all that, the little bit of things. And then if you want things that are extra, that'll come out in DLC.
But that's my complaint with, because Mortal Kombat 10 came out with like how many modes? It came out with like kind of gimmicky like party game stuff and like some 2-player, like maybe not Mortal Kombat 10. I'm not sure. I know Mortal Kombat 9 or the original one.
Mortal Kombat 9 came out stacked.
It had like party modes and like tag teams and like all this stuff.
But they made it.
That's just
no
party game stuff.
No, it's not just
if it's gonna have options like that, you might as well just play fucking Smash.
No.
Wait.
What you're saying different modes. those modes that are on there actually made the game a little bit more worthwhile to actually get. Because, yeah, I played the game solo before, maybe it was just me and my brother. But there have been occasions where we all played, all four of us at once. It would be me, my brother, my cousin, and my friend Devoy. I don't think you've met him.
Those are fun. And those are cool.
But wait, it was actual.
I've had those days where we're like party modes, and we're like, well, we'll play that. What is? I forgot the name of King of the Hill or some shit like that.
Yeah, but just the fact that it's there gives it a little bit more value. Saying, okay, it's not just a single player thing. I can have multiple people play it. Not really much a party game.
Yeah.
Because it's still doing its own thing where it's supposed to be one-on-one, which it's supposed to be. But by Capcom saying, we did not realize that we need more modes to make it actually more worthwhile, that's where I call bullshit on them, because they've done this before. I'm not talking about cross-Tekken when they had the old DLC debacle. They wanted to put the characters in there beforehand. That's them, right? We're not developers.
Yeah.
Right? They could have, for all we know, they could be telling the truth.
They had a legit reason for that. Yeah. It's a reason it was kind of stupid, but it was still legit.
Yeah, and so for people to call bull on them, that's one thing, right? But what I'm trying to get at is the game came out strong, like a whole lot of stuff, but then the sales got hindered whenever they found out there were characters that were locked, that were not developed yet, because they were still in development, right?
Yeah.
This was the time you're supposed to do it. Nobody wants to be hacked during the thing we're about to come out, because that affects the game.
Yeah.
So, but what happened? It still sold well.
Yeah.
That gave Capcom the wrong ideas. Like, well, we could just pretty much put bare minimum shit that we want to put in there, and they'll buy it. And there's a thing, they're right in that sense that people will buy it because of the diehards.
Yeah.
Like myself, because I bought it whenever it came out. But if you want to reach for the more casual, they wanted it to sell at least in the 2 millions or 200 million. I'm not sure.
They want it to be esports. Let's just put it out there. Let's put that out there.
Yeah.
They want it to be that big.
Well, yeah, like the 2 million or 200 million. I forgot what number it was. But they're in the 140 or 140. I'm not sure. I don't have the paper with me to actually say. They fell short.
Yeah.
And then the people that did get it, you get the ones saying we didn't get story mode, we didn't get this or that. To me, I didn't care if it didn't come with story mode. Eventually, it was going to happen. But what bothers me is that it's not giving an incentive for the casual player to invest their time into the game.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get the newer generation players.
See, and that's
to play.
That's where my mindset is different from yours, because, like, fuck the casuals. I don't care about the casuals.
Oh no,
because the
that's a casual. I'm not saying about like
the casual player is gonna pick up the game. They're gonna play it for a little while. I'm like, oh, that's cool. They might borrow a stick from somebody, and then that's fine, and they'll play it for a little while, and then they'll drop it and play something else.
But that's the thing. We were all casual players.
We were all casual players, but there's a difference when you enter into something casual, and then you decide to change it. I remember when 4 came out, I wasn't trying to commit to something like that again. Because I was always considered casual anyway. I never could afford an arcade stick. I never knew how to get them. Playing Third Strike in my room on a fucking PS2 pad. But when I finally had the opportunity to, and I got interested in, then, okay, your main goal, what you should really focus on is like, okay, you got 10 people that bought Street Fighter V. You're going to be lucky and be happy that you get 3 people that are going to keep with the game.
And that's what I'm doing.
Who will buy an arcade stick. Who will commit to buying a new monitor to make sure they have the least amount of lag. And then between those 3 people, you maybe have 2 that actually commit to training mode. And then you'll have that one person that will stay like, okay, I'm going to compete and go to all these tournaments and do these kind of things. That's what you're actually thinking, you're looking for. You're not going to try to get 100 people to get it. And
no. What I'm trying to do is, I understand not everyone's going to be jumping on board to the cap.
Yeah,
if that was the case, like no one would be saying anything.
Yeah.
But
there's a bunch of people who I hear at every meetup that it's like, this game isn't fun. It's not my kind of game. It's boring or whatever. And I'm like, okay, that's fine. Well, then don't play it. If you don't like the game and you don't think it's fun, and you don't think it has depth, then don't play it. That's fine. Jesse's a prime example. He doesn't play 5. He still plays Third Strike.
Yeah, he ain't gonna play 5.
He ain't gonna play 5.
He's playing off of his grandpa box.
Like, he don't give a shit. Well, I have my grandpa box too. I still play 3.
Yours is a grandpa plate. That's what yours is.
It's just like
yours is a grandpa box.
And I'm like, I don't care.
He's like, convert to Third Strike. What the fuck for? The game's almost 20 years old.
But it's also more fun than 5 sometimes. So I'm just saying too.
Well, that's because you haven't played 5 as much.
Yeah, that's true. But I still think Third Strike's better. But that's just my personal opinion. But what's the first thing that I told people? It's like, if you don't like the game, then why are you playing it? Well, it's the only thing to play. It's like, well, King of Fighters is coming out. Well, King of Fighters look ugly. Well, fuck off then. Don't play.
And that's what I think too. Everyone's becoming picky.
It's a fucking, everybody's spoiled little brats. That's all it is. It's spoiled, bratty, annoying fucking people that play these games now, and it's so. It makes it. That's what's the real discouragement. To be like, when we were at the right age when 4 came out, where we're mature enough to where we can keep our shit together and not worry about not just what's the word I'm looking for? Not stoop to the levels of some of the younger people that
they were mature.
We were mature enough to commit. We're mature enough to keep going in the game and make the sacrifices that we can make to play the game. I bought 4 3 or 4 different times.
I bought 4.
I don't know how many times.
I bought 4 5 times.
I got addicted. At one point I had
3 of them were on PS3. One of them was on Xbox, and my last one was on PC. No, I'm lying. 6 of them because the PS4 port, which is the shittiest port.
Yeah.
I regret buying that game.
Yeah.
I feel bad.
It is what it is. And we have the opportunity to. There's a big gap now because there were all these people who were too young to get into 4 that are now the right age for when you get into fighting games. You're in your mid-teens, early 20s. Mm-hmm. When 4 came out, they were either barely able to function as kids, or they are too young and they don't have the money and the access to money. Now they have jobs, they can get what they want, they can do what they want.
Get better at it
and fully commit to it. And it's funny to think of it I don't want to be Mr. Old Man.
Which you are.
But I am Old Man. And it's just some of these people are fucking rotten people.
Yeah,
it's so bad.
It doesn't just affect the offline community. It also affects the online community.
It affects the rage quitting thing. That's what everybody should be bitching about Capcom about.
That, and you know what?
The fact that there is no proper punishment to rage quit, and these fucking people online, these scumbag trolls, these little punk ass kids, and grown ass men. Let's keep it honest, because it's not just kids. It's grown ass men, but you're a punk if you do it. Take your loss and deal with it. Mm-hmm. If you're gonna rage quit. Don't rage quit.
Don't do it.
You're a fucking poser. You're a punk ass.
Not even if you want to rage quit.
You're a fucking poser. Yeah. You're a punk ass. And if you got something to say, you're just a keyboard warrior. You're fucking sitting behind your desk at a fucking thing, and you're like, "Ooh, I'm a rage quit." Ooh, fuck off. You're a fucking poser.
Because my complaint is not the fact that they rage quit and actually. Oh, man, it sucks.
I'll get fucking trounced.
It discourages the person that actually won.
Exactly. It's the most frustrating thing to play people that aren't going to commit to anything. That's what you should really focus on.
I think you've seen one of my videos. I played against a Korean. Mm-hmm. Right? Did you see that?
Yeah, I saw that one. And
he had a 172 win streak, I think.
And he fucking rage quit.
He's
fucking punk ass.
And then when I felt bad because I was like, keep it hard enough as it is.
Yeah, and then getting the win.
And then getting the win, you're like, oh my god, I'm gonna get the points, I'm gonna rank up.
And then
that sucks because you're in another stage you should be the points don't matter, which is true, but that's a status that you want to kind of tell your friends.
The rage quit phenomenon is the problem with having casuals in your games. Having casual players come in who don't care. That are just going to go in there and it's oh, fuck you, and quit. And that is the problem.
And you see that.
Because the people who are mature enough to take their losses are people who are going to rank up in that game. and who actually want to learn that game and actually want to play and want to look for the best connections and look for the best people to play against online and enter the online tournaments and just commit.
And they're gonna get better.
And they're gonna get better. But the problem is you have those 3 or 4 or 5 or 10 people and a sea of 1,000 who are a bunch of trolls or casuals that don't care. You have like the set of trolls who are gonna rage quit because they think it's funny, and then you have the casuals who don't care.
Yeah,
they're just like whatever.
Like there isn't a code of honor anymore.
There isn't, not at all.
There isn't a code of honor because
it's fucking like
the whole. You remember, and I bet you this happens to you. You play Ultra, right? There's a time where you're playing a match, you be Honda, and I'm playing X character.
Yeah.
Lag will hit.
Yeah.
Lag spike. Tell me if I'm lying. Do you jump backwards? Wait till it passes. And then do you and the opponent just go up and down just to see y'all already?
Yeah, we do that.
Okay.
We do that a bunch of times.
That is a little bit of honor, right? That's honor in itself because you're like, okay, wait, I got lag on my end, and if you got you got lag, let's make sure it's clear. That way it won't be like, you cheated because of lag. Like, let's wait, right? That's an honor code, all right?
Yeah.
Taking a loss, no matter how demeaning the loss was, you have to stick to the honor code.
I've taken losses, and I'm not ashamed of my losses.
That's part of the game.
I've got 50-0'd in Marvel 2. I got destroyed
That's because you suck.
I suck.
That's
Marvel 2.
No, but
like I take the losses, and I'm like, well, let's rematch. Just keep going.
Yeah, and then that's because you're like, not the fact that you win. You want to play. You want to get better at it.
Yeah.
In a sense. So Capcom hasn't addressed what they're going to do with the rage quitting. They are aware of it. They did say we are aware of it. I will say KI tried to do something with it, but
it didn't implement that well.
It wasn't implemented well. And
my idea is like my thing for Capcom is like adopt the Microsoft I Am Galaxy mindset. Where like, hey, we're gonna release a new character. Oh, you don't like the changes? Fuck you. Oh, adapt. Change how you play.
No, but here's the thing,
Pick a new character.
Here's the thing, though. Capcom hasn't changed anything about the characters.
Yeah, and that's good. I like that.
Because
I like that they're committing to the way these characters are going to play.
Because people are coming up with tech, they're like, yeah.
Because when Guile first dropped, and people didn't know what to deal with, and how the fuck you do this, and oh my god, 30-60 combos, and all this kind of stuff like that. It's like, deal with it. Play him. Play against him. You have to get past it. You learn that. You learn that shit and you get past it. You don't wait for a nerf. You don't wait for a patch and you don't bitch him up. Like, Capcom patches, it's broken. It's like, no, motherfucker, this is what you can do with this character.
Yeah.
You go.
Because he's hard enough as it is
It takes 36 fucking hits to kill your ass because it needs to take 36 to kill your ass. So he's got to learn that.
Yeah.
Just deal with it.
And it is not to say that the people that are playing the game are not good.
Yeah.
Everyone's learning the characters. Everyone's learning new sets. Like, for me, how would you say how I was in 4? How would you say? Like,
you were really good. You were annoying.
Thank you. Okay. We just stopped there, right?
You adapted to the characters that you like to play. You didn't go for top tier at all. Although your Relento was annoying as fuck, but that's a whole other story.
But he's not top tier.
He's not top tier considered.
Japan he is, but
not here. But
okay, the point is that going into 5 when it was first announced, I was not excited for 5. I was still wanting to play 4. That was whenever we were gonna go to Evo. I was gonna go with you.
Yeah.
And then the whole debacle happened, and then I was like, okay, I got till next year. It's added again to the roster, but it's added to a lot earlier than what it was.
Yeah.
Kind of defeats the purpose of me going back over there. So after that happened, I was like, you know what, let me just jump on 5 and see what happens.
Yeah.
I was doing super well during the beta period. I had 10-game win streaks. I was having like up to 15. And that was just the beta. I didn't know nothing about the game.
Yeah.
So after time had passed, what I did differently was like, I'm gonna get like maybe an app that has their moves already. Just study it.
Yeah.
Took the different approach than I did with 4. Since the game has dropped February 16th, if I'm not mistaken, or 28th, one or the other, I forgot. Since that time, every single day I've played Street Fighter V for 1 hour.
Mm-hmm.
Whether it be training mode, trials, or online or offline with my brother, correct? So I've been doing that. A few months have passed already, and now I'm feeling that I'm a whole lot better than what I was before.
Yeah.
And what surprises me is that people are, whenever I'm getting there, closer to like say gold tier and all that, which doesn't really matter, right? But that's like a status personal thing for me.
Yeah.
What I'm hearing from other people are like, oh, I'm not making it that well because of this or because of that. And when people tell me that after they know I'm actually doing better, it hinders growth. It hinders the fact that I'm like, because to me, I tell them like, well, I've dedicated more time in this game than you have.
Yeah.
A lot of the pro players dedicate, if not maybe the same amount or more time than I do, because the people in Japan, this is all they do. That's all they breathe right now. They want to do good. They want to get that money.
Yeah.
But when it comes down to it, if people ask me, oh, you're good at this game, would you recommend it to me? I go, yeah, I'll recommend it to you because you have all these characters here. And they're like, oh, but it costs this much. Oh, it only has this. I go, yeah, well, they're going to add more in time. They're like, oh, well, some of these characters look cheap. And that's where the casual going into the tournament scene, let's just say, right?
Yeah.
That's where it starts to be like, oh, well, it's not worth it for me to get in there.
Yeah.
So my gripe is not really because of the fact that other people don't want to get into it. My gripe is because Capcom is not giving me the reason or the resources for me to tell the people like you should get into this game.
Yeah.
Because I want people to play this game. It's fun. I'm not gonna be like, oh, I'm a representative of Capcom, and I'm like, no, like as a legit fan of Street Fighter that enjoys it a lot and actually has put in the time in it, it's very rewarding whenever you win your matches. It's very rewarding whenever you learn something.
Yeah.
Especially if you go through the whole survival, which I've yet to do. But going through the trials, learning new combos and all that, it's easier.
Mm-hmm.
People are like, oh, it's way too easy. Then how come you're not doing it? How come you're not doing it to get the Zenny at least, to get the fight money?
Yeah, exactly.
So you wouldn't have to pay out of your pocket to pay for the damn costumes or to pay for the characters. I did that strictly just to get the fight money because I'm being cheap, okay? I've already invested in this damn game. I want to use the fight money that I'm getting from the games, from the modes that I'm getting them out of, to buy what I need to buy from the characters. And that's it.
Yeah.
And I'm glad that Capcom did that. But people are like, oh no, I can't do it because it's not good. I can't do it. It's not hard. I'm like, if I can do it, I'm telling you guys right now, I'm calling out everyone that's in the internet watching this. If I can do all of the trials of all the characters, y'all can do it too. I at least consider myself the bare minimum of what a player should be at least to get good at this game. Mm-hmm. At least. I want people to get better than me in this game. I need other people to play with. That's why I'm trying to get my team back in Baytown so they could be able to play this game. But they're telling me the same thing. Oh, I'm waiting on this character. Oh, I'm waiting on that character. And then, if I don't mean to call them out on this, when the character does come out, oh, I don't like the way that they made him.
Yeah.
They're finding excuses on that to play.
Yeah.
That's what bothers me. That's what's like grinding my gears. That's what's pissing me off. Players like Todd telling you, oh yeah, I'm just waiting on Ibuki. I'm just waiting on Ibuki. I'm like, Todd, at least learn the mechanics of the game more. Nah, I'm waiting on Ibuki. Todd, I don't mean to say this, but you suck. Okay? Joe, you invested in this. I didn't say you invested in the stick. You won the free stick, which I'm very happy that you did.
No, yeah, he did win that stick.
But you don't know how to use it, man. You suck. Jesse, go suck a dick. That's all I gotta say. All right?
I'm not involved in this.
Oh, I'm quoting Henry. Henry said, go suck a dick. Oh,
yeah, sure.
But that's the reason why I'm feeling this way. It's not because of the whole, like, oh, Capcom lacked on this. Capcom's not pulling through on their promises as far as release dates and all that. Ibuki got pushed back a month back. Now we gotta wait a whole another month for other characters. The only way they can make this up, say an apology, if they drop Ibuki and the next character off within the month.
I don't think they would do that.
But that's the thing. We don't know.
Yeah.
If they actually did say we're gonna do not just Ibuki, and we're gonna just do Balrog because that's people said last time that's what we're gonna do it as, and then just do the story mode, do all the things that they were doing, drop everything like at that point. That way they get caught up to their schedule.
Yeah.
Then that'll be like, you know what? There's still hope. But until then, everything's being pushed back a month. Capcom also saying that they've seen unforeseen challenges behind the scenes. I can tell you this now. People got fired. People got fired and people quit.
One of the two.
One of the two. So that's hindering the game, but then they don't tell us nothing.
Well, they don't have to.
No, well, that's the thing. But that makes them look worse.
Well, that's their business.
Yeah.
They don't want to look
But here's the thing, though. Because of their last mess up with Street Fighter Cross Tekken, with this kind of goof up now, they undersold the game. Pokken got more than they did.
Well, Pokken's got Pokemon, and that's a whole other thing.
Yeah, but Pokken has a complete
and
game.
And Pokken's not a fucking game. Fuck that game.
It's a complete game.
That game's not fun.
Well, that's because you suck at that one, too.
I don't like that game. I already played it.
It has literally... It's stacked.
It's not a fighting game. It's a Naruto game, and fuck those games too.
Well, people are considering fighting games, and that's a game in itself, right? Yeah. But people are saying it's more complete than what Street Fighter V is. And you know why? Who made it?
Namco.
Namco is known for making a complete game, adding a few modes, but putting as much content as possible.
But Namco's the same fucking way. Namco still has that Japanese mindset. Tekken 7 has been out for how many? Like at least a year.
It hasn't been out here at all.
Exactly.
2 years.
It's been in Japan only, and they won't release it until next year.
And it's at Evo. And it's at Evo.
I played it at Evo. I entered that tournament.
I know. I entered it too because he didn't.
It was a completely different. It's a completely different set of circumstances, but it's the same goddamn way. Both Capcom and Namco are Japanese companies. They're going to do the things they want to do their way.
But
Namco won't release the goddamn Tekken 7 boards or the cabinets or anything until they want to. And you can bitch and moan all you want. They're not going to do it. Capcom's going to release their characters on the schedule they have. And they're not going to inform you on if there's a fuck up because that's how they are. They're Japanese. They're not going to say a goddamn thing until that happens.
But that's the thing now. That mindset's changing because they're actually caving in to when people are
because demanding. You got like 7 million Twitter trolls being assholes, and that's not cool.
But they're still listening. They still have to.
That's the wrong kind of mindset to listen to, though. Because if you're gonna cave into trolls and you're gonna cave into people who are like, give me now. Oh no. Then you're gonna produce an inferior product.
Yeah. Well, I'm not saying go give me the complete game right off the immediately. It takes time. Yeah, whenever they say, it's going to come out a lot sooner than it's supposed to. I already expected not to get a lot of shit for that.
Yeah, we're expecting all these problems.
Like the asking price though, $60. I go, okay, if I'm going to pay this game for $60, I'm going to pay for $60 for this game. Are you at least going to stick to schedule? At least to the best of your ability. At least to let us know, if due to an unforeseen incident that has happened, we have to push it back for at least a month and a half or a week or so on or so forth. I just want to know. I just want to at least be informed because it makes it seem like, they're doing shady practices. And you know what? Capcom was already in the shitter before Sony stepped in. Mm. You know that, right?
Yeah, I know.
So now that Sony's dumped in more money into that, they're already at risk to losing partnership with Sony once the Pro Tour is over.
But that's Sony's fault then.
Yeah.
If they decided to commit to a company that was not willing to do that, then that's their problem.
And that's the thing. So I was trying to say that you want Capcom to do better.
And that whole thing still pisses me off that it's exclusive to Sony. It's really shitty. I really don't like that at all. I think it's bullshit. And because if you want shady practices, that is the shadiest practice of all, was to get the exclusivity on a game that everybody was playing on other systems. But no, we're going to get this and we're going to put all the money and then they're going to bitch and moan and I'm like, shut up.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
And then they even play the Pro Tour on PlayStation 4 with
which
USF4.
Is the worst shitty fucking port.
Which is, and it hurts me to say this, it's the worst port, and it shouldn't. It shouldn't, but Capcom just says, we're going to focus on 5, we're going to give it to Blue Ocean and let them do it. Oh, okay, guys, we'll just copy and paste it and see what we can do here, right? Just be done. Nope. Glitches galore everywhere. Missing audio. Delays. You want the 8 frames of lag? That fucking game has 8 frames of lag. Or if not, 16 frames.
It's fucking garbage.
That has
And what's
lag.
sad is it's still used as tournaments.
Exactly. That's the irony of it. Because whenever people told me, oh, like Oscar, why don't you enter the Ultra Street Fighter 4 tournament at Showdown? Because I don't want to play it on the PS4. That was my legit reason. I don't want to play that game on there. They're like, I know that game fucking sucks on that port.
Yeah.
I know that. Why? Because I committed. So, Capcom... You want... All I'm asking is this. Capcom, stick to your schedule. If shit goes down, I understand you can't tell us everything. I get that. But at least say, hey, guys, I'm doing unfortunate circumstances. I'm going to have to push back on this day and this day. Companies have done it before, and they took bad press for it. But guess what? They still delivered on it. Right? So, I would at least want them to do that, because they're making themselves look really worse than what they are.
I don't know. I have a different feeling on it.
Alright, shoot.
Capcom is doing what they need to keep themselves afloat. And to be quite honest, I think some people are just fucking reasonable. Like, they expect so many things. And I understand. You paid your $60 to $90 to have a game that you want to enjoy.
But the game to a lot of people is considered incomplete.
But you knew that coming in.
Yeah.
You knew that from day one that it was going to be incomplete.
Yeah.
You were going to get an initial roster and then, we're going to add characters as we go. You were expecting that.
Yeah.
You knew from day one the game was going to be technically incomplete.
And guess what?
And
people
they still bitch and complain.
I know.
Where's my character? Where's this, that? And I'm like, okay, it's coming. Well, it's not here yet. It's not fast enough. Like, well, what the fuck do you want, man? Well, then go to Japan, learn how to program fucking Alex, and then fucking have him come out. Go in there and program Balrog and make sure his fucking thing is in motions. Mm-hmm. Go tell them that. Oh, wait, you can't, so shut up.
So, it's like, the only thing that I can say is that what could have maybe saved some of the sales of the game already, because they sold it straight off the bat, $60. Straight off the bat, right?
Yeah.
Honestly, I think they shot themselves in the foot whenever they actually said, we're not going to be adding new titles to Street Fighter V, meaning Super Street Fighter V.
Because like I said, they would shoot themselves in the foot either way.
Yeah, okay. But here's the thing, though. I think, honestly, they would have just... I think it would have been okay to say if we had early access to the game. I'm using that in quotations.
It was a Japanese company adopting a...
No. Like, using earlier than what we expected. Yeah, it's still going? Yes, still going. Earlier than what we expected.
Yeah.
Right? This is the Capcom Pro Tour Edition. Yeah. I would have been okay with that. I would have been okay with, at least I'm going to be expecting just the characters, maybe some trials in a training mode. That's it. And some online play. That's it. That would have been okay.
Yeah.
But charging it at $60. Either $60. I would have at least been okay with 40. If 40 or $30, right? Now, until let's say the official drop happens where it's just saying like, oh, we got the story mode, we have some of the characters coming out already, we got the previews of the DLC coming out, we're adding new modes, then I would say it would cost this much, that would come up with the whole $60.
Yeah.
I would have been okay with that.
I don't think the numerical value of a game doesn't mean much if you continually play the game. Do you think you've gotten $60 worth of content out of that game?
No.
At all? Even though you play it every single day for an hour?
No.
You don't think you've gotten $60 worth of content?
No.
Because I remember paying $60 for Ultra when was it? $15, $20 when Ultra came out, right? But when initial buying of Street Fighter 4, I paid the full price to get it. And I still have it. I still play it. I think I got my money's worth out of a game. So if I have the opportunity to buy Street Fighter 5 for $60 and a PS4 and a stick and everything that goes with it, I think I'm getting my money's worth because I'm going to be able to play that game whenever I want with people I want all the time. So it's not going to disappear.
So what you're saying is just be happy that the game's even out.
No, I'm not saying don't just be happy because the game isn't out. I think that people should readjust because I think a numerical value on a game just kind of defeats the purpose of anything because, like, let's say Marvel. Marvel was $60 when it came out, and there's people who still play that damn game.
Well, but it wasn't Marvel vs. Capcom 3 until the next update came out, and that was like only 30 or 40.
I don't remember.
But anyway, and then since then they made it even worse. So
that's Marvel. That's a whole other story.
No, that's Capcom too. Capcom was part of that.
I don't know.
Capcom just said like, yeah, can you fix some of these things that were like there were some game breaking things in there. They're still in there.
They couldn't fix it because they knew there was no point. They knew
there was no point.
They knew adding a game with another people that licensed that they knew that they were going to lose that license. That's why Marvel never got updated. Marvel never got updated and supported because they didn't see the purpose in updating or supporting a game that they were not going to be able to officially endorse or sponsor after the license and rights got taken up by Disney.
That was only 2 years after the fact.
Yeah, exactly. And Marvel still played.
Yeah,
they would have.
That was 2 years after the fact. And not only that,
I bet you they would have.
Not only that, 2 years after, they had time to at least fix a lot of things that were wrong with it.
Why? Why fix it?
Because people paid $60 for it, Henry.
Well, complained at NetherRealm for abandoning the Mortal Kombat PC.
Oh, and they're doing that too. That's Warner Brothers then.
That's Warner Brothers too.
Warner Brothers did
Why
that
is
for
it
that?
Warner Brothers and not NetherRealm?
Huh?
NetherRealm makes final decision, doesn't they?
Warner Brothers does.
Yeah, well then, okay, that's fine.
Warner Brothers
then
does.
Why can't you blame Marvel for the Marvel 3 being not updated?
Why can't what?
Why can't you blame Marvel for Marvel 3 being updated?
Because Capcom was one that developed it.
Yeah, Capcom
I
developed
understand the licensing. I understand
developed it, but there's no reason to support it if there's no fucking way to promote it.
There was time to get it fixed, is what I'm saying.
Nah.
There was 2 years time.
I think Marvel was designed specifically to be that broken because they saw how broken Marvel 2 was, and it's like, oh, this is what they like. This is how they like to play.
No. Not that the fact that it's broken.
No, it's broken.
I know it's broken. But there's things that actually break it.
Yeah, I know. But
get those removed.
But that's modern gaming. That's shit that's gonna fix. That's gonna break. They don't know how to fucking program it.
But that's not saying because it's Marvel's fault they didn't do it. They just didn't want to do it.
The reason Marvel I don't think it wasn't they didn't want to do it. I think they just did not have a chance.
They didn't do it.
They didn't. There was no the higher ups.
You could look at videos back when Max was saying, there's like things that are there.
Yeah, I know there's things broken in the game. But what I'm saying is that there's no point in fixing the game. Like, okay, yeah, they're trying to promote the game or whatever, but there's no point when, on top of that, the development team was an outsourced development team. It was aiding that people who developed Tatsunoko and a bunch of other games like that.
They're the ones that did it, yeah.
And they're gone. Street Fighter 4, everyone forgets that Street Fighter 4 was outsourced to DIMS.
DIMS, yeah.
That was a different company that played it, that developed it.
And then when Super came out, it was under...
I forget who. I forget. It was Game Desk or something. I'm not sure.
Cryware.
Something.
It was a blue cube. I don't remember that.
But
that's...
The Marvel thing's a whole other story because that development team was gone. There's no one there to actually fix the game because they don't have it. They lost... They didn't lose it. They never properly translated the NT Framework engine that they were using to develop the game, and then no one understood how to actually fix it. Especially the people the people who made it knew it, but they're gone. That development team disbanded. They moved on to different companies. So there's no point. There's no way of actually promoting that game. And then they knew the impending loss of the Marvel license was going to happen. And it's like, okay, well, we'll release some characters, and there was never a patch for Marvel.
That's what I'm saying.
There was never a patch for Marvel because that's the way the game was designed.
Yeah.
And that's the way the game is meant to be played.
But if it's gonna be broken, why sell it? Are you gonna tell me that you enjoy that?
I don't like Marvel 3. It's not my kind of game.
Exactly. Okay, for the people that actually did, for the people that invested, yeah, they still play it now. But how hard is it now to get the game now?
No, you can't really get the game.
You can't get the game anymore. You can't download it.
But that's how it is.
Unless you pirate it. That's the only way you can get it.
That's modern gaming. That's how it is. I can't fucking no one can play Marvel 1 or Marvel 2 anymore on fucking online. Like, you can still play it online if you have it.
If you have it.
If you have it, now it's gone.
Actually, I still have it on my other PS3.
I have my Marvel superheroes and Marvel Origins and all that stuff that's taken off the network. You can't get it anymore. Unless licensing and everything else.
Unless it gets deleted, you could actually re-download it.
Oh, you can re-download it, yeah, but that's about it.
That's the good thing about it. So, okay, we're going like say to like to NetherRealm. Warner Brothers NetherRealm is part of Warner Brothers. I don't know if you know that.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, they get last say if they want to do something to it. I bought the PC port for Mortal Kombat X. I was so mad when that game came out. It's buggy. Online is basically unplayable, and then you know what? Like I'm like, guys, you know it's bad. It needs to get patched. They knew. You know what Warner Brothers said? Fuck them. They just stick to the main consoles.
Yeah.
That's the reason why we didn't get Combo Back 2. That's the reason why we didn't get GGPO, or not even that. Mortal Kombat X, L.
Yep.
We're stuck with X.
Yep.
So
where's your refund?
Exactly. I spent $60 for that game, and I get nothing worth.
But do you feel that is comparable to Street Fighter V? Do you feel that the Street Fighter V problems?
It's getting there.
I don't think so.
It's getting. That's
I don't
what I'm
think
saying.
the Street Fighter V problems warrant you complaining about getting a refund.
No, it's getting. I'm not saying. Look, I'm not saying I asked for a refund for a thing because like fuck me because I got the game right for Mortal Kombat X. What I'm saying is that they're heading in that direction. They're giving the people a chance to put in their input. Unfortunately, the people that want to fuck over people have the same luxury as other people say that get to put in their input.
Yeah.
Right? I just want them to make good on their promise. That's it.
Which I think they are trying.
And they're trying, and I see that they're trying.
I think it's more of you losing patience, and a lot of people losing patience.
I'm losing patience on this game, and what sucks is that I'm getting good at. How would you rate me a 5?
You're good, damn good. You actually commit to it, and you play it. I don't play it. I play it every once in a while when I get a chance.
Well, that's because you don't have it.
I don't have it.
Right.
I have to travel.
And that's understandable. Yeah.
Yeah.
But you saw how committed I am to it.
Yeah.
So for me, I'm like, my wife even saw me how frustrated I am. I'm like sometimes I just feel like if I'm I'm starting to question like if I'm wasting my time because.
Hey, Oscar, I'm sorry, but you are now experiencing, which is kind of funny because it's a modern game. You're experiencing the exact same way it is to keep a dead game alive.
That's the thing. It just started.
It just started.
It just started.
But you're experiencing. Imagine how Jesse feels when he's trying to keep Third Strike going in Houston.
That's funny. I laugh at him when he does that.
But imagine how he feels when you're like, okay, this game is great. It's fun. I want to keep it going. How do I do that? I want to get people to play it. Why don't they listen to me? They don't want to play it because this, and this.
Yes.
That's the exact same thing. It's just that it happened 6 months after the game came out.
It's not even that. Wait, February, March, April, May. 3 months? It's only been out for 3 months.
Well, that's people. There are going to be problems right off the bat with
3 months, Henry. 3 months and people are like, hey.
3 months you're using the casuals. Who cares? They're not the people that are commit.
I play the people that are starting off committing, but then they're falling off.
That happens with every game, though.
Yeah, but
look at the sales of 4. 4 was so like crazy. Super came out, sold about 3/4 of what it was. Arcade Edition came out, sold about half. Ultra came out, it sold the least. There's a drop off no matter what you do.
Yeah.
There's going to be a drop off on anything.
Because Capcom has shitty plans about the whole game.
No,
the
what their plan is actually what it is, and it's actually kind of genius because the way it's working is, hey, we have these characters that people like. When these characters get released, people are going to have a resurgence to buying the game. I bet you as soon as Balrog hits, there are going to be a lot more people buying the game.
There'll be more people
playing the game. As soon as Urian hits,
Jury,
those people are going to get interested. And
wasn't the Capri in that list?
No, it's
she's not in it, right?
Not in season 1 at least.
I thought she was.
She
was mentioned.
She's mentioned, but that's storyline stuff. I'm not sure what's going on.
I don't know, but like I think she was mentioned as she was a potential.
Season 2 has a whole bunch of like rumored people.
But that's the thing too. Like, we could talk about how much Capcom should change their shit, but the only way that they listen, and just probably why they're changing their whole demographic, the way that they're doing shit, is money.
Well, yeah, it's money.
They saw that's why they apologize. That's why they're like saying, "Oh fuck, I guess they didn't want this." And
that's every business.
And unfortunately, it had to get to that point.
That's every business, though. That's no matter what you have. That's the business that money is the potential goal for every company. You can't fault a company for trying to make money off their products.
No,
that's how it's going to be. And like, if you don't want the product, if you don't want to pay the money, then don't buy the product.
Right.
It's that simple. Like, if you want to play the product, you want to try it out, that's fine. There's 100% ways you can commit to that. But if you don't, then don't play it. You don't have to spend your money.
You have the choice.
You have the choice of not even bothering. You don't have to buy the new characters. You can have your character. Do you want to play Birdie? Play Birdie. That's who you want to play, and that's who you want to commit. It's the same way with Killer Instinct. You don't have to buy the new seasons. You get the updates, but you don't have to buy the new characters. You don't have to buy the new seasons. You can get your main character that you play and just play that character, and that's who you main, and that's who you play against.
But if you don't know the matchup, that's on you.
But you can play against the other characters with your character. Like, you commit to all that stuff, and you're fine. So that's just, so, like I said, Capcom adopted a business plan and format to Street Fighter V that they're not accustomed to. They saw the success of what Killer Instinct was doing, and they started off rough too. And they started off rough too. Killer Instinct had some issues. There was a lot of online issues. There was a lot of characters. But they don't give a fuck. They're going to keep going.
Yeah, no, but you know what they did though? They at least told you this is what's going, and that's all I'm asking for Capcom.
They told you.
And they said, this is what
this is the final result. We don't care what you think.
And that's okay, and that's fine.
Fine, yeah.
I'm okay with that.
Okay, then Capcom, yeah, they have to learn better PR.
That's what I'm saying.
That's the fucking word you're looking for.
Yeah,
they need to buy. They need to have better PR.
Because all they've been having is
they need Seth Killian back.
They do. They do.
Like, Combo Fiend's fine, but he don't talk for nothing.
He doesn't. He doesn't. He's just like
doesn't explain.
What are your thoughts on the whole rage quitting thing? I'll play the first to five with Ibuki if you wanna. You know.
Yeah, it's like, that's cool. I'll give you. That's cool, Peter. But like, we'd like some answers. You know.
You wanna play Ballroom?
Like Seth Killian would be like, yeah, we fucked up, but it still plays, so whatever. You want to play? Like, that's basically how he'd be. Peter's like, he's trying to, like, he's like magic tricks. He's like throwing like sparklers. He's like sparklers on his fingertips.
He pulls the dog out of his fro.
Exactly. It's like, it's just what it is.
But you know what I mean, though, right? That's
I understand the frustration. I understand the frustration when you're being told one thing and you're seeing other things and you don't want to. You're like, I want this game to be big, and you want to be successful at it, and you don't feel it's becoming. It doesn't feel as prestigious, and it doesn't feel as like, because people are just down talking it and downtrodden and all this kind of things like that. It's just like, it's whatever. My mindset is like, Oscar, you're getting good at the game. Keep getting good. Ignore everything else. You keep committing to your characters. You keep committing to the way you play. And you know what's going to end up happening is that these people who kind of gave up and just play it to play it, you're going to get better then. You're going to beat, and you're going to finally make your name. And you're like, you know what? I committed to the game. You guys flunked out and decided you didn't care. But don't bitch at me when I finally beat you. Don't complain when I finally get my first place that I've been working for a hard time. When you win Showdown and you have that victory on your head, and all these other people have their excuses, you don't have an excuse because you played it. You committed to it. So just keep that mindset going. That's how it goes. If people don't want to play you, then find new people. If people don't want to learn, if they don't want to commit, they don't want to train, they don't want to play against you, they don't want to put the hours in, then find new people and commit to them. Then rather than waiting on people to commit to you, commit to a new set of people. There's no way, because there's no reason to wait around for people who are going to be lethargic about trying to play. Mm-hmm. You want someone to play, find someone that wants to play. You want to go, you may have to travel farther, you may have to make your sacrifice to do it, but you will do it, and you will find people more willing to play you.
I didn't tell you this. Showdown? Saturday. No, not Saturday. Yeah, Saturday.
Yeah, Saturday.
You were there till what time?
I was there late. I left when Duck left, so that was probably like around 2 in the morning.
Okay. I played until 5 in the morning.
Yeah.
Outside in the hallway.
Yeah.
On my setup.
Yeah. Yeah, I heard about that. I heard about that on Sunday because you were there again playing CBS2 all fucking weekend.
Yeah, I had it on my PS3 and like, you want to play, guys? Like, yeah, I can play on it.
Yeah.
Apparently, my PS3 was the most famous one there.
Because you had CBS2 on the side.
Yeah.
That's cool.
People were like, is that CBS2? Oh, shit. And everyone,
Yeah, they want to play.
Okay, I guess you can play on it. But the whole thing was that beforehand, when I did the season, I got stressed.
Yeah.
Because of the same thing. Not a lot of people wanted to play the game. Everyone was still like training in the other venues, Insomnia, Game Bros, and all that.
Yeah.
And I was at the warehouse, but the people that did show up, they showed improvement.
Yeah.
Which I'm glad everyone showed improvement, and actually they all placed well at Showdown.
Yeah.
Everyone fucked up the brackets in their own right.
Yeah.
I played to the point to where I didn't care if I won. I just wanted to play.
Yeah, exactly.
The whole core point of the game was to have fun. And I got to say that I did. For one day, I was happy.
That's the same exact mindset I approached my first Evo. I went to Evo, and I walked in there, and it was completely overwhelmed.
Because it's the world.
It's Evo. It's the world. I'm like, holy shit, there are people from countries I've never heard of. There are people that I've never, ever seen before. There's ethnicities that I've never experienced before here, like in person. I've never met a Korean who actually never spoke English. There's a strong Korean community here in Houston. I've never met anyone who was actually from Korea. Meeting black Frenchmen from Paris who were just walking around and all this kind of stuff, and like people like girls from Mexico who spoke not a word of English playing KOF and just destroying people.
Yeah,
it's a completely different mindset. And I remember I walked in, I had my stick with me, I'm practicing. I'm like looking for someone to practice with just to get in there. And just being exposed to all these different people. And my first match didn't go well. I lost really badly. And I'm like, oh, well. And then the stress hit me. And I'm like, I don't want to go 0-2 at Evo. I don't.
That's your personal goal.
That's my personal goal, not to go 0-2 at Evo. But then I got the second match going. And then halfway through it, I feel like I'm winning. But I'm not sure. And I'm like, and then I let the stress go, and I just said, you know what?
Do that deep breath.
I'm playing at Evo. I don't care. I have my headphones on, and I'm like, I'm having fun. And then I won, and all that shit just came out. It just dropped out of everything. And you're like, the dude who actually saw my match was like, you're shaking, and I'm like, yeah, I'm so excited, I won. And Sergio's behind me. He's like, yeah, you won at Evo. I was like, yeah, I know.
That's a feather in your cap,
dude. That's a feather in my cap. And then I won my next one, and then I lost, and then all the stress was gone. And I didn't have to worry about it anymore. And then it happened again the year after. My personal thing was like, okay, don't go 0-2 at Evo. Try it again. And then last year was actually tougher because there were people that I like.
It was the largest tournament. It was the largest Street Fighter
so big. And then there were people from countries I'd never played with.
Even more countries never.
Yeah, like my first match was fun. It was this guy from Brazil. Real cool. He's real fun. And like he beat me hard, but it was so much fun. And I don't know. It was just you have to just change your mindset. If there are people out there who are willing to commit to the same way that you're committing to the game, and you just have to find them. That's it. And don't worry about having people play the game with you. You can't drag people kicking and screaming to play a game they don't enjoy.
Which I'm not doing.
Yeah, you can't force people to play. You can't change their mindset. If they don't like the game, they don't like the game. And they're going to just not drop it. They're going to drop it. That's fine. You keep going and you keep playing the game the way you want to play it. And you just see yourself improve and get better. And just find people that want to keep playing. And that's how it goes.
We got an intruder.
We got intruders.
Okay, because something that happened during the showdown.
Yeah.
I went 2-2.
Yeah.
The last previous ones, I was 0-2. Y'all can talk.
Yeah, Tony.
No, Tony, get your ass over here.
Sit down for a minute.
Naughty Monkey. Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, meet Naughty Monkey. Get your ass over here, Monkey.
Hey, guys.
Somebody grab the dog.
Go.
Like, I went 2-2 at in Street Fighter 5. Personal best.
Yeah.
Ever. And like, cause the last 2 years I was 0-2. And finally I went 2 and 2.
Are you done being tortured, Comet? She's like, help me.
Yeah. And I actually went 2 and 2. Personal best at Showdown. I was very happy because the work that I put in 5 in that short period of time,
Yeah.
was worth it. My wife was there to even see it, and she was like, "Fuck yeah, you did it! You know, like you actually did well."
So that the hard work you put in to what you care about
Exactly.
paid off a little bit.
Yeah, and she finally got to see what I've been training for. Why I did the season, why I did this and that.
Go get Nelson last.
And I want to be able to say, CoCo, be quiet, we'll do the podcast.
He's being racist.
Yeah. CoCo, come here.
Because I might, huh?
Yeah, come here, CoCo.
Yeah.
The whole point is that I'm tired of hearing people's excuses about why they're not playing a game.
Yeah.
Because it's hindering to your growth as far as when you want to get better at it. Where there's like potential people that want to get better at the game or even want to get better at it. And it's kind of hard to do that by yourself.
Yeah.
You need to find that crowd.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I'm joined now by Naughty Monkey, which he just recently got Street Fighter 5.
Yeah, I did very poorly at Showdown. I went 0-2. I went 0-2 in a lot of things. But I was kind of a little unprepared.
Yeah.
Mostly.
That's why I didn't even enter 5. I didn't enter because I was broke and I didn't have any exposure to the game at all.
It's totally understandable.
I wanted to because I still wanted to show support for everything I care about. And it was just fun, and I had a great time. But at the same time, I got raw dog pretty bad.
That's the best way to put it.
Yeah, that was completely unexpected. But at the same time, I still wanted to experience it. So yeah, at the same time, I still had an awesome time.
And you missed a very deep talk we just had.
Uh-oh.
It's funny.
Yeah, was there hate thrown? What happened?
Well, we had
Fight?
we finally saw how we think, and I disagree with Henry 100%. Basically, he basically told me that don't wait on other people to get the game or want to get the game for you to get better. He's saying that what I'm doing is basically what I need to keep doing what I'm doing.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Know what you're doing.
And because I'm sorry, like I want to get better at this game. Eventually I'm gonna be like, okay, I'm ready to win the tournament. I'm just gonna go there and just do what I have to do there. I will say this is the best run I have in a competitive fighting game in a while. But I want other people to be a part of that, because if I could actually reach the level of getting better and eventually more notoriety, then everyone can do it too.
No, definitely don't wait. Just get out there and get into the more high level players here in Houston, and just go.
Which I have not done, I will say.
Yeah.
I haven't done that since.
You need to see your ass at Insomnia a couple times.
Huh?
You need to see your ass at Insomnia a few times.
Yeah.
That'd be the most well-rounded way you can get more play and more exposure to other play styles that you're not used to.
Yeah. Until Game Guys until they do like a monthly.
Yeah.
Then the only one that's available.
That's the main reason I haven't gone to Game Guys. It's so hard to get out there. It's really tough for me.
Well, for you, because I know
personally, it's just
you're on the other side.
I'm on the other side of town, and it's hard to get out there.
I mean, it's not only just the local scene. I mean, you play a lot of people online.
Oh yeah.
I mean, stay in contact with the people that beat you. Find the people that beat you and friend them. And hey, like, show me what you did.
Yeah, exactly.
A lot of people will since you friend them, they'll talk to you. I had that with early days of Street Fighter.
That's how I met
Like
Katie
anybody-
Alpha. Katie Alpha was destroying me, and Jesse was destroying me in Third Strike, and he just added me. And I said, he said, you want to run sets? And we just started running sets for like hours. And I could
I wish
never beat him.
I wish I could meet you. Oh, I live in Houston.
Yeah.
Me too.
And half the time people put something Houston in their gamer tag. 281, 713, HGX.
Yeah, I found a bunch of people like that.
D-Town, G-Town. And
That's how I found Ernesto Lopez. He had something. Yeah, from Dallas. I found him that way.
There's people I've met online. I tried that, or here locally in Houston. I've tried to push them to come out and compete and such. And
You've seen a few of them.
I have seen a few.
Yeah.
Unknowingly, before I even knew them.
Yeah.
And like,
I remember I would see you at tournaments. We didn't know each other yet.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, I think I met you at
It was that showdown.
it was at one of the showdowns. I'm not sure. It wasn't my first one though, because I didn't really talk to anybody except him.
It was my first one.
I think I talked to you because
Trey
Trey was there and I ran into him.
It was the one before Game Guys sponsored them.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right.
You wore a pink shirt and a pink ass backpack.
Oh yeah, my pinks.
when I walked into 4, I kind of walked in cocky because at the time, like,
You were the
I
shit.
had won like a GameStop tournament, which is stupid.
Oh yeah, you're cream of the crop then,
Yeah,
buddy.
exactly. But like when you first walk into a game, like, oh my god, I'm beating people. This is awesome.
Here.
Oh, Liz Vicious is here too. Hello, Liz.
Hi, everybody.
It's like, I'm beating people. This is awesome. Okay, and then you go into online, and you're like, you know what? All right, this person just beat me. Damn. No, all right, I'm gonna send a friend request to everybody who beats me. Well, my friend list got pretty long.
Got stacked pretty quick.
Yeah, it got stacked pretty quick, and then I'm like, all right, well, and then so on and so forth. You come on to learn all these different techniques and such.
Oh man, GameStop, damn.
Yeah.
I ran into that thing too. There was a fucking pad. I couldn't do shit. And I was like, I had just got my stick, and I was like, oh, there's a pad.
I remember when Injustice came out, and I got it. I went to the midnight release, and I saw Joey over there. Slicer.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's right.
He was like, yeah, I'm about to get the game, and I was like, I'm about to play it. That was the first time I got my hands on it. Got my hands on it, and we were getting ready to play the game.
Blowy shoes at Game Guys.
And
the
then,
glowing fingers?
Mhm.
Yeah, I miss him. He was cool.
and then, I beat the guy real
I
bad.
could beat him.
And I go, hey, Joey, you want to play? He goes, nah, man, I'm cool. Nah, man, go ahead. Go ahead. And,
When did we first play each other? Like, we didn't play each other that showdown, did we?
No.
Or did we meet online and play?
No, we didn't meet online.
Because he fucking stalked me on Facebook one day. That's what it was. I had his number.
how'd you get his number?
He gave it to me at Showdown because
Yeah,
I met him through a mutual friend of ours who I knew, and then I met him because he introduced me.
Who was that, by the way?
It was Trey.
Trey, that son of a bitch.
Because I had met Trey at
And Trey changed your life forever, huh?
Yeah.
Monkey.
I had met Trey a couple of times through Crystal and a couple other people. And then literally a week before Showdown, I had gone to a party where I met Miranda too.
Mm-hmm.
We were playing Marvel 2 and Tekken and a bunch of other guys. And then we go to Showdown. Me, Humpy, Cinder, and Malice, we all go to Showdown together. And then I run into Trey there, and then he's like, oh yeah, it's my friend Tony brought me. And that's where I first met him. We were hanging out near the Duck where he was mining sticks.
Yeah.
Right.
And then he saw me the entire time sitting next to the Super Turbo machines. And then we talked, but we never played. It was just funny. And I don't remember when we actually played. He just messaged me random. Was like, hey, do you remember me? And I was like, he just showed up in my apartment again. And we just
Yeah, like were you a girl?
Nope.
No, yeah, I never remember you.
I don't even know if I want to know.
No, the first time I met Henry, it was at Game Guys.
Yeah.
We actually fought in a first to 10, and it was so close that it ended up in a weird circumstance that I used Relento and I did the tripwire. Well, when I did the tripwire, he leaped up with the drop kick with a fuerte, and as soon as he kicked, he canceled it into the Ultra 2. And I never seen that before. And I used Fuerte before.
Yeah.
I didn't know. I goes, that kind of looked over to the side. That connects? He's like, yeah.
I think I've seen your El Fuerte before. Your El Fuerte is pretty good.
Thank you. Yeah, it's
I've
like
seen him play it a couple times too, and he's not too bad.
Nah, yeah, I'm the only one who has got a win over Infiltration with Forte win rounds.
who was it that tried beating him?
Huh?
Who like he had like a losing streak or something? Like
No.
Infiltration beat somebody real bad, and like
Oh, he beat everybody bad.
It was
but there was a guy that kept trying.
It was
Will.
Will.
Yeah, it will. Poor Will.
Anything about like I heard there was a guy there that had his own setup, his own corner.
Will is.
Was that him?
I'm not gonna say anything.
Was that him?
But Will has a bad tendency of having his own. He wants to play on his Xbox. He wants to have his music. He has to have his thing, and he was just insistent, and it turned into this giant joke of a mess.
Okay, I got a question then. How does he go to tournament then? Does he even compete in tournament?
He does, and he deals with it. And I think for tournament, it's he just kind of adjusts. But like for when he comes to practice,
he does it on his own machine.
kind of a stickler, and it's just kind of weird. And it's like I have no qualms with the guy. It's one of those guys. He's like you have to have his music, and he has to have the CVS2 training room stage music in the background, and he's got to have
That
like his setup, and it's like so. Yeah, he's
A
very
little
much.
more than OCD, really.
Yeah, you can ask Sergio about it. You can ask a bunch of people in Insomnia about it.
Okay.
It's crazy.
So he was the one that kept losing to Patricia.
Because he really thought he could beat him, and you know what? He wasn't that bad at it. It's just kind of crazy.
Patricia had his number.
Yeah, it was pretty bad.
He had everybody's number. He walked in, he could
everybody.
pull a number out of his hat and it was somebody's number. Infiltration had it. It was so fun watching him play.
Yeah,
Things
it was-
I've never seen before. Like
Korean
He was playing
tech.
jury, and he beat Sergio with that
someone throws out Ryu's
super. It was
Ryu's
Sergio.
super, and then he uses the what is that move?
The counter,
The jury's counter.
Yeah.
The one where
She shoots it?
Yeah. So she accepts one
hit.
one armor damage from the fireball, and then teleports to the other side. And it blew me away when I first saw that. I was like, no way.
Yeah, it was funny playing against him.
And then Patricia be like, hey.
Yeah, he does it all the time, and it was just so funny. And when I beat him with Fuerte that one round, he just looked at it like he was like, "Mother." He was so.
He was like, everybody gets one.
And then everybody around me is like, "You didn't win that. You didn't deserve that one." I'm like, "Yeah,
I will
deserve that
say one of the hypest moments I've seen happen in the expense of chaos by
one."
Nero.
Oh yeah, my birthday.
Were you there?
I was there.
You were there?
I was
Okay.
there.
For what would I miss?
Okay.
What was I
You were
not
there too, I think.
I was?
Yeah.
Was
I think so. Yeah.
Where were you? Oh,
this-
Jesus.
This is what happened. All right. This is at the old location. All right.
The old location?
The old location. This is what happened.
But Chaos was so cocky.
Well, that's the thing.
You can't walk in like that.
No, but here's the thing though. He backed it up. He was
really good.
He was undefeated for 2 months at the venue.
Wow.
Yeah.
And these are people that literally went up one after another. And he had the endurance to he outlasted literally everybody that came up to him.
Mhm.
Well, after Nero was gonna play him, I told him, hey Chaos, whenever you're done, just hop off so we give other people a chance to play. He goes, all right, well after I'm done playing Henry, I want to play you next. You want to play me? I'm like, okay, fine, okay, we'll play you next. This microphone. Go back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Put you in the corner.
Put him in the bathroom.
Go sit on the couch.
Where's Coco?
Hey.
Coco is on the floor. He's right next to Henry.
Okay.
Keep
Well,
an eye on him.
he goes.
Just watch the dogs.
Okay. He goes. I'm gonna play you next. Well, okay. And then he starts playing Henry, and then Henry starts stuffing him at anything that he's doing. It gets to the point where he takes a match off of him, which everyone had a hard time doing. And everyone's like, "Oh shit! Oh no, this is not gonna happen." It was a 2 out of 3, right?
Yeah, I think it was actually a first to 5.
First
Yeah,
to
I
5.
think it was the first to 5.
And then
It was either 3 out of 5 or first to 5.
Something like that.
it was close. And then all of a sudden, Ray, they used to work at Game Guys, puts on the Rocky music.
Oh yeah, I was there for that.
I was
That
like,
a
what?
long time ago.
And then I'm over here, I'm commentating the match, and then all of a sudden Henry just beats him.
This beast just came out.
And then that was one of the loudest pop-ups I've ever heard. And I was so happy for him that I threw up outside of the excitement. I literally did. I was so excited. I was like, yeah. I was so excited for him. I was like, what the fuck, dude? He's like,
He's like, I don't know.
I don't know, guys.
Yeah, I remember that.
That was actually pretty fun.
That was one of, to me. I was like, that's one of your better moments.
I remember that. That was a long time.
That was one of the biggest pop offs I've heard. Not
It's like
because
2 years at least.
Yeah,
Yeah.
But you, this is the thing though. He didn't pop off. He just went yes. That's you were like, and that's where I Believe was born.
Yeah. Rocky in the background.
That's where I Believe was born.
I remember
I believe.
Yeah, that was a pretty funny night. That was
Oh,
great
man.
night.
Because we had to save those matches. That was great.
Oh,
the only
man.
one, the biggest highlight for me personally is when I beat Saintville on stream at Insomnia. Because he had my number for months. Because he was one of the best guys in 4.
Yeah, Honda.
Yeah, against Honda. And that's a terrible matchup to
I
begin
know.
with.
Oh, yeah.
And I cornered him, and he kept throwing sonic booms, and I timed it just right. And it's like, okay, I'll just do this thing that I usually do. And as soon as I saw the sonic boom, I went to Ultra, and I got him. And like, you were there. I remember you saw that too, and everybody was like, that I had never beaten him on anything at that point, and finally getting him on stream was good.
One of the hypest moments for Naughty Monkey, I would say, whenever you were playing Just Run in Winners Finals.
Oh yeah,
that was
those were fun.
And yeah, he went Ultra on you, right? And then you woke up super on him, and then he was so salty. He went to the other side of the venue practicing and playing.
No, I knew when I saw him go to the other side of the venue and saw him churn butter, I knew he was going to take it. Like that in my head, I was like, all right,
He's making sure
he's
that's
gonna
not going to
want it.
happen. And he did, right? He actually
He
did.
still beat me, yeah.
Man.
Yeah,
Those matches were funny though.
It was a great match, though. I enjoyed every second of it.
What would you say was one of my better moments?
Your better moments?
Oh, when you were facing Ahmad's brother. Even though you still even though you lost,
Don't bring that up.
that was still one of the greatest matches I've seen you play. Even though it still went off in his favor, you even used the right wake up for the end of the match and everything. But
Look, after I saw that he could do combos with Rolento, I was like, fuck, we're screwed. But he gave you a hard time, right?
oh, he wiped the floor with me.
Okay, you weren't there. You weren't able to go that
Yeah, I
day.
wasn't able to go.
Was I there that
Because
night?
at that time, I still
I don't
didn't,
think you were there.
I still didn't know Rolento's matchup very well. I still don't. I still have to work.
And
even if
even-
I was going to go play right now.
And from what I understand, he beat the crap out of Darian once already. He sent him into losers, didn't he?
Mm-hmm.
So whenever I was one of the last ones left, and then I was like, okay, I gotta play against this guy. My Rolento against his Rolento, I was like, fuck it. I'm gonna play my game, see what I can do, and actually see what happens. It was a lot closer than it was supposed to. I caught him with so many ultras.
I was right about to say that. Like, you caught so many raw ultras on him. It was so...
And he laughed. He was laughing because he was like, holy shit, this is
I
happening.
can't believe I fell for that.
Yeah.
I can't believe I left myself open for that.
And I think Hamad was in the back going, why are you getting hit by that? Hamad
I
was
think I
like,
was there that night. I remember
it
that.
was the Last Supper tournament.
It was so good.
It was the very last one they had at the other location.
It was one of the last times I actually got to fight Darian, which I had a great time doing that too.
And,
That's
and
right.
Darren was like, beat him, I don't want to fight him. And then it was literally, we're going back and forth. I think after the first round that we first played, I kind of I can actually do this. Because that round was stolen from me.
It was.
I could hear Naughty Monkey in the video going, what happened? And then Angel's like, did Oscar win? And then all of a sudden it shows his character walking, and then I'm like going, ah. And I was like, you know what? I can do this. And there was two completely different Rolento styles.
Yeah.
And I heard him talking shit every time I would use grab after a whiff or after a focus or after the Guile matchup where he was like, punish that sweep!
For the love
Oh God, punish that sweep. I go, shut up. But like after that loss though, that was literally the sickest I felt. I felt bad. I've never been hit with salt that bad before.
I've frozen at a tournament before. I've completely shut down.
Oh, yeah, I've
That's
seen
perfected. That happened to me once. What was that? What's that guy's name? It's not that one big swole one, but the other one. They always come in a pair at Insomnia.
Gladiator?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
But
yeah.
you have to.
It
You
was
have to
the one with the longer
deserve
hair. At the time, you had longer hair.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But it was the first time I ever got. It was on stream. I completely shut down. I froze, and I got
remember.
perfected. And that was the first time that ever happened to me. And I walk away, and I took that loss. I took it bad, and I was shaking and whatever. And then after that, I went home, and I just
Thought about life. Oh,
yeah, man.
Reevaluated your life.
I went home and
what you were
just
doing with it.
practiced ROG, everything
What-
ROG.
What sucked was, like, after the whole thing finished, Tony came up to me and talked to me. Zach came up to talk to me. One of his friends came up to talk to me. Everyone came up to talk to me. Like, hey, you did good. I'm like over here trying not to cry. I'm like, guys, like, I had it. I'm like, I don't understand it. Like, it's okay. You should be proud. You actually almost took out. You almost took him out. And I think the fact that his name was Aziz. I remember
Yes.
that. Aziz. That he denied my matchup with Hamad. I wanted to legit get to Hamad.
Yeah.
That was my goal. And I got denied by his brother.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I've only been, like, tops, like, 3 tournaments. Y'all probably don't have any of my matches anywhere.
Yeah.
Actually,
No, we still have some of those on YouTube.
I have your footage
Oh, no.
where you and Chachi were jumping around, and I'm bullying Chachi because he's beating up a girl, and then you would win.
Oh, that was that Zangief mirror, wasn't it?
And then she would win a match, and I go, dude, you just lost to a girl.
No, I remember when he won, and Liz was like getting off the stage or whatever, and then he got up, and we all just started yelling, "Culero!" Fucking mean, just screaming at him like crazy.
You remember Zoe? Whenever she was playing against Darian.
Yes, how scared he was.
Wow.
Darian was. I have never seen Darian so
She's getting
scared.
better.
I had never seen a guy sweat from how old was it? Girl, 7?
She was 8 at the time.
Oh, my God.
Now she's 9.
Oh, wow.
And now she's playing Street Fighter 5. And guys, let me tell you this now. I've been playing like alongside her, training her a little bit.
She's good, huh?
My Geef is a calculated Geef. Her Geef don't give a fuck what you do. She will SP Geef from the other side of the screen if she wanted to. It's mean.
That's great.
It's mean. She just still needs a little bit more
I
polishing.
think Javier's entering her in the Game Brothers tournament.
Is that Javier's daughter?
Yeah.
Y'all talking about?
I told him though, if you're because he invited me, I goes, if I'm gonna go fucking take Zoe over there because I want her to actually see what she can do. She tells me, she goes, I want to go to Showdown, I want to compete in Showdown. I'm like, keep training, and if you want to train more, if you need a training partner, I can help train you. She's like, you still got to be good in
She's
school.
got plenty of mentors around her.
Oh my, and that's the thing. She has y'all were helping her at one point, right?
Yeah, I was
we're all
trying to-
playing against her.
Like y'all were helping her, and then she was like, she remembered telling me, goes, I remember like Mr. Monkey and Mr. Monkey.
And they call me Miss Monkey because of you.
Yeah.
My new nickname is Miss Monkey, not Liz Vicious.
So they're like, yeah, Mr. Monkey and the big guy helped me out.
Oh yeah, me.
Yeah. and Javier, I guess he hadn't known you yet, but he was telling me, yeah, those guys are cool. Oh yeah, everyone's here to help. He goes, the fact that she's over here, power driving people down to the ground with supers and ultras, they're gonna help her get better. And that's what I want. And that's the last thing I want to do right now. I want to actually have the next generation get to the point to where they're better than all of us than where we are now. Because from here on out, it's gonna be their turn.
Yeah.
That's my thing. I want the next generation. Fuck Henry and his old generation. I want the new generation already. I want them to get better.
Hey, his generation's older than his.
Well, I didn't say fuck his generation.
Yeah, Tony's over there playing ER Kung Fu.
You know what? I'll still do it too.
So, all right. Well, we're about. Man, this came out a lot longer than expected. Like an hour and 38 minutes.
Hey,
Damn, that's a
what-
long ass podcast.
that's how it's supposed to go.
That's
They
fine.
have the Super Best Friends. Their podcast is like 3 hours.
Their last one was 4.5.
Yes.
But it's so much
That's
because
good.
it's like I usually have like a timestamp for these kind of things, but like
Yeah.
it's the first one back.
What's the usual timestamp for you?
An
on
hour.
this?
An hour.
Top.
Actually, 30. 30
The last
usually.
one was about 40 minutes.
The last one was a 40, almost 50 minutes.
Yeah,
Oh,
almost
that's short. Y'all need.
Well,
come
we
on.
recorded it in his car at 3 in the
Oh,
morning on Tuesday
Yeah.
or Thursday or some shit.
Oh, okay,
Tuesday.
that's different. but
Tuesday, yeah, that's right. It was a Tuesday.
We have to start doing this more. Like get together at Henry's and
Well,
just record.
I want to,
podcasts.
but the thing is, he lives too fucking far.
Where do you live?
I'm in
Baytown.
Baytown.
Damn.
Yeah.
Woo.
Well, we
Really,
can try
Dan?
to do it like once a month, maybe. Maybe.
Once a month.
Well,
I would say.
something.
I would say once, because here's the thing.
We'll do it like twice a month. Then like you can come out here to us, and then we'll come out there to you.
At the
You
moment.
tell that she just one-ups everything.
At
Right? She just wants you. She just wants to
One
hang
up.
out. Yeah.
Just one
At
up.
the.
I
At
did
the
30
Is it
minutes.
valid?
Do an hour.
Is it
I have a
valid?
white dog. I got a black dog.
My dog is from
Oh my god! Shut up. And there they go, fighting each other again. Your
Mon-
dog is a racist.
Yeah, Monday night dog fights.
Fuck the police coming straight out the underground.
That'll be his entrance theme coming out of the door. Straight out of Compton. Straight out of CoCo. No, but let me just let me say, thank you for the advice, Henry.
Yeah.
Thank you for the advice, because I really.
Oh, mini rant. Forgot.
Oh.
Fuck modern sticks. They suck. I hate these goddamn TE2s. They
Fuck
suck.
you. That's what I use.
They don't like them.
Why don't you-
They feel cheap.
They
The
feel
the
cheap.
the Hori ca-
You would. You
the
would.
Hori I bought
Was cheaper.
was cheaper, but it was fucking well built. Tony's using it now, or he's gonna use it.
The PS4 stick?
Yeah, I
Okay.
like that one.
Well, why-
The fucking
I like
Mad
the
Catz
Mad-
ones
he gave
feel
me-
cheap.
He gave me.
I
Nero
changed the buttons
gave
and
me
everything.
The buttons aren't the problem. The stick itself feels cheap. That TS, the Shadowloo one. You know how many fucking ones of those have like immediate problems that they break down within a week?
Really?
Like they've had
Damn.
problems. It's because Mad Catz made that deal with Rock Band with Activision.
Oh, they fucked them over.
They lost so much money from the instruments that no one bought.
That's why
Yeah,
you see.
but Mad Cat sticks to the shit. Nero gave me a
The
gray,
K.
orange, and black
The
Mad
K.
Yeah,
Cat
yeah, yeah.
stick. Oh,
But those are the nice ones.
I
These
love
newer
that
ones
stick
that are
so
200.
much.
That stick is not worth $200.
I didn't get it for $200.
You got it for free instead of a.
I didn't get it for $200.
How much did you get it?
Fall off a truck, you know what I'm saying?
I checked it at a showdown. No.
That's
No.
fucked
At a
up.
showdown vendor. No, actually, when I came up from Kansas,
Mia.
I was talking to Zach at the time. He added me in Modern,
That's right.
and he told me, "Hey," because I told him, "Yeah, I'm thinking about getting the TE2," and he's like, "Hey, dude, they got TE2s over here. You want me to save you one?" I'm like, I didn't want to be mean. Like, if it's there when I get there, it's there. If not, he goes, "Dude, I can get it for you right now. Just pay me there." He wanted me to get that TE2,
Yeah.
and to be honest with you, I'm glad I did because
You offered me one, and I'm glad I turned it down because I would have felt like you would have wasted me.
Damn.
You're glad you got it. He's glad.
Like I'm glad you turned. I'm glad I turned.
I
it
did-
because
Here's the-
Oscar showed up at Showdown. It's like I got the money you wanted.
Exactly.
I'm like, no,
I
don't
just
buy
I
that.
had just come back from a job in Kansas. I got paid a buttload, and I was like, I could buy a buttload of these sticks if I wanted to. I looked at Henry. You want one?
And I'm like,
You want a
no.
stick?
He's like,
No.
no, don't buy me anything. You can house me for the night, but don't buy me anything.
Yeah, I don't let anyone buy me shit. I'm like, no, don't buy me anything. I
Oh,
don't
just
want
imagine you owe
that.
me $150 for when you stay with me at
I
Showdown.
know. I'm gonna pay you back. I got people.
It's been
to
3
pay.
years.
2 years ago?
Yeah,
Yeah, 2 years ago.
I'm joking, guys. They owe me nothing. The advice was, I guess, under $50 worth. You lucked out.
It's funny.
You too, Tony.
What I do?
Nothing.
Yeah, what did Tony do?
You owe me $1,000.
We're that
What?
stupid. We're
Don't
that,
progress your suckage onto me, sir.
we're wearing that stupid Punisher fucking mask all weekend.
Dude, that was dope as fuck. You
He had the chair. He had the chair. He had the chair. I got my dog by the fur.
By the scruff of his neck.
Yeah.
Poor Coco.
At least I didn't
You
grab me.
for being racist, Coco.
At least I didn't grab me by the neck this time. Oh,
He was yelling. He was yelling at my dog.
Yeah.
His racist dog was yelling at my dog because my
White
dog is
supremacist
black.
Coco. He forgot his clan hat at the house.
Oh, that's nothing.
Lord.
Tony called
I should just freaking get a little pillowcase and just cut off the corner. Put it
So
over
what,
his
should
head.
we dress Comet up as a Black Panther for Halloween?
That wouldn't be hard.
That'd be cool.
Terrible.
You know what?
That'd be
If you
hardcore.
take a pillowcase and cut it directly down the
That's
middle,
what I'm saying.
and just slide.
That's what I'm saying.
What terrible people!
It's long
Cut out
enough.
the holes
It's
for
long
Oh
enough.
my god.
I put a zipper on him too, that way I won't take it off.
The warning: the views and opinions on this podcast not reflect the owner of this apartment.
You know, just letting you guys know, Nero is not a racist.
Neither am I,
Nah.
for the most part.
Only to dogs.
Just
I'm
the
not-
dogs.
I'm not
Dogs
a
are
racist.
racist.
But I do enjoy racist humor.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I'm with that statement.
My wife
I'm with
does,
that
too.
Statement. Really?
She's racist. I can
Really?
say that.
She didn't seem like the type.
Oh, she's the quiet type. So
That's because
she,
she doesn't talk.
Yeah.
she don't talk. What?
She talks to him.
Look, when you talk, if y'all do eventually meet, ask her.
We've met her before. She
Okay,
just never
well,
hangs out with us.
We'll talk to her. Be like, what do you think about, I don't want to say the actual word here, but let's just say the darker skin of the other person. What do you think of that kind of person? And she'll tell you some pretty funny shit.
Probably the same kind of stuff that comes out of my aunt's mouth.
Oh god.
And let's just say it's like Dave Chappelle level. Let's just say that.
Damn. Alright.
Not the skin color, I mean like the give me what it says.
No, I know. I kind of got that.
But,
As opposed to keeping the podcast longer, I think it's always better to have a longer podcast.
yeah. This is the first time I had the recording with this device.
Oh, really?
So, I'm actually having it saved on the SD card.
Oh,
Because I have like
okay.
12
so
gigs.
that
I have like
takes
18, 24 gigs.
I know. I need.
So you can
I need a
record
bigger SD
hours.
card.
We record hours, but the thing is, I gotta upload it and
I
make
bet
sure.
that takes forever.
I'm gonna listen to it on the way home. While recording, just to see what it sounds like. She fucked up and be like coming in like. If we fucked up, it came out that way.
We got
That
dogs
would
and
be
everything else
fucked
in the
up.
team, so
Yeah.
Yeah,
Noise, man.
We had them fighting
In the background.
in the
while we're
background. Yeah.
talking.
I go. There's something I gotta say. Shut up! You damn dog! I'll
Sorry.
cut you.
This is not professional whatsoever.
No, it's not. It's literally from the love of
Oh.
four gamers,
Yeah.
and that compete in tournament.
I'm pretty sure most podcasts. I mean, you've heard the Super Best Friends podcast. Shout out to the Super Best Friends, by the way. You
Shout
guys
out,
are
yeah,
awesome.
Them and Giant Bomb too. Their podcasts are fucking hilarious. Fucking Pat on the last one was screaming at Bully, and you hear him physically walk to the kitchen.
Walk to the kitchen.
Or there was the other one where his fucking nose started bleeding in the middle
Oh my
of the
god,
thing.
no!
And it's just like you hear him in the background going, I'm fucking dying back here. It's fucking hilarious.
Oh, that sucks.
So
And then him and it was Matt and Maximilian's fight over their dog. Like the dog and the cat and fucking oh man.
Oh yeah, I love his cat. His cat is so fluffy.
all
Like
right.
when they did the mailbag thing and they do a little commercial about do not send your pets and they
They
put
just
the
don't-
cat in the box.
Yeah,
That was
it's
so
fucking
cute.
funny.
All right. So
Oh.
any last things you want to say, Henry?
Nah, I'm good. I think I said enough, and I think I pissed off enough people.
Alright, yeah, that's
if
fine.
we keep this up, I'm gonna piss off people over left and right. It's gonna be funny.
Henry's like, we should do more casts. Come over to my house. Like,
Yeah,
Fuck
I'm
it.
down.
Oh, okay, we'll see.
We'll try.
Like I said, you can come over
We'll
here.
see. We'll see how well this one does. If I get a good amount of views, then look, it'll be worth it for me to come out here.
It's like I do want to be like you looking for people to play 5. I want to play 5. You have 5. I want
Same
to play.
here. I'm down.
So
You
Try
just
to
using
work.
me, Henry.
well, yeah, because I don't have a fucking game and I'm broke.
It's okay
I
because
don't
we
have-
have it.
I don't even have a fucking PC. I don't have a fucking thing. Like
You didn't even have Yada Karasi.
I know. That's the, you saw me fucking
you were
beasting
fucking
that game.
You were fucking chosen for like months.
I fucking want to play it. No
You
one
was
plays it.
chosen. You made
You want a fucking dead game? That's a
You-
dead game.
you
No one
made-
plays that here.
You
Poor
made
hero.
top 16 at Evo before the game came out, right?
Yeah, no.
The game was still in the tournament.
The game finally released right before Evo.
Okay.
Right before,
okay.
right?
All right.
And that one I made top 16. The year before I played, but I wasn't any good. Between the year before where I wasn't any good and the top 16, I didn't even fucking touch the game.
So almost
I
between,
like,
so almost between last year's Yagarasu, he almost went again for almost a complete year
without
until
playing it.
today.
Wow.
I want to play it more, but no one plays it. It's
Yeah.
fucking
And then he
annoying.
says like, Oscar, play Yagarasu. Yeah, the game sucks. No, it doesn't.
No, it
No, it doesn't.
Oh God.
Okay,
It
Liz.
reminds me of Daniel. That's what that reminds me.
Liz, anything you want to say at the end of the podcast?
I mean, I don't really have any input on all this. I'm not
Anything at all.
anything. I totally want to do this again because I like it. I like doing this shit. I like commentating and I like doing podcasts. I don't know why, but I
think you
enjoy
should really
this.
you should really commit to trying to be commentating. I think
You'd be really.
I mean, that's
honestly,
what
look,
every time they have a tournament, that's what I do. Is I commentate.
I would come to Liz.
I don't compete.
Yeah, I go. I'll come to Liz and go, hey Liz, do you want to commentate? She's like, yeah,
hell
sure.
yeah.
And she's like, well, I gotta tell you, like, I kind of don't know how it goes. Don't worry, as soon as things happen, just
You'll
talk.
start to pick it up. And I was like, I didn't know the lingo at first. I didn't get half the shit people were saying.
But it was
I didn't-
entertaining. She actually, there was
Yeah.
That wasn't her initial response when you asked her. Her response was, "Fuck yeah, I want to commentate."
Damn,
That's what I just
Skippy.
said.
Yeah, that's what she said. She was like, yeah, okay,
Like,
we can
fuck
do it.
yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Let's do this. Like, what am I doing? You're just like, put this thing on and look at that camera every now and again. Watch what they're doing.
Her
and
first
just talk about it.
Her
I'm
first
just like,
attempt
alright.
was actually during the Game Guys commercial when we were sitting there
Oh,
pretending to
yeah.
commentate, and she was so scared
Back
to
at the
do
old
it. We're both
She
location.
in
was
that.
like,
I
looking at
was
the
so
camera, mumbling her
nervous.
mouth, going,
No, we were just talking. And just
Shut up.
I brought up a good memory, huh, Tony?
You bastard. You
Good
shut
times,
your-
good stuff.
Shut your face.
Okay, and what's your name, little girl?
Mia. They call her Monkey Mia. The
Yeah.
9-year-old daughter
No.
of Naughty Monkey.
Mia.
Her code name is Silent Wiper.
No.
Silent.
Silent wiper.
The Silent Wiper. Oh, you
Silent-
need to tell the story on
Oh, yeah.
Here
no,
we
no,
go.
We'll save it. We'll save it for next
Save
time.
it.
We'll save that for next time.
Ugh.
Silent Wiper has something to say.
Okay, go.
Hi.
Hi.
Hey! That's Japanese for hi. Ohio.
I thought it was konnichiwa.
In the United States.
Konnichiwa.
All right, Naughty Monkey, anything you want to say? Anything at all?
Finally got 5. I'm coming.
You're coming? You're coming hard?
He's
Coming hard.
All over?
I-
That's
Oh my
coming
god!
everywhere. I'm coming for
At
you.
Christmas! She says at Christmas!
Oh my god! I can't with these
I'm
people.
gonna practice and I'm ready.
In the famous words of Liz at one of the Game Guys tournaments, we gotta pop off your maturity, guys, so...
When did I say that? I don't remember saying that.
Oh, it was me. You actually caught me saying it.
Oh yeah, and I was like, huh?
No, you laughed. That was your initial response.
Yeah, I laughed, but then at the same time, I was like, huh?
Yeah.
Like internally, I was like, really?
Yeah. I was like, what?
Really, Oscar?
Yeah.
White girl moment.
Yeah, well, the other thing I gotta say is thank you, Henry, for having me over.
No problem. We're gonna play 5 again right now, right?
Yeah, well, I gotta leave in a little bit.
We're gonna play 5 again right before you leave, right?
I gotta leave right now. I got the missus coming home right now.
We got 5. We're gonna play 5 again before you leave, right?
He's got the missus coming. He
Now
does
he's
have dinner
still-
ready.
yeah. he
Well,
wants
until
to
you
go.
get married, you understand.
I've had to deal with
Oh,
that shit
he's not
before.
even married, and he gets it.
Yeah, well, I got married and I know
Oh
what's
shit,
going
what
on.
was
That
that?
was her. That was
Yeah.
a silent wiper that wasn't being silent. Yeah, so thank you again for having me over. Those fun games that we had.
Yeah, for sure.
Can't wait to see you online, Naughty Monkey.
Mhm.
Liz,
AKA Miss Monkey.
Miss Monkey.
AKA Blackberry, dubbed by
Or I
Nero.
thought you said Black Monkey. I was like,
No.
What?
Blackberry, he calls me Blackberry because of my hair now.
Yeah.
I would say Henry's, but I think it should be stayed under wraps until then.
What's. Oh, right.
Don't touch it, don't touch it. The mic, you cover the mic.
Yeah.
So,
Quit. Sit on the
she's
couch.
messing with technology. What is this weird device that's on the table?
Technology.
It's a fucking phone!
It's a fucking phone. She knows what it is. She knows not to touch
It's a
shit that's
baby
not
tablet.
hers.
Alright, so thank you again, guys, for having me over.
Absolutely.
Bye.
Thank
Guys.
you for including us.
Game guys, tomorrow?
We're going, right?
I don't know if I'm able to or not.
Here's the thing. I'm not working at the moment. My job finished. So I might be going tomorrow. Might.
Dude, we gotta go. We haven't been to game guys in how long?
I'm broke, so I won't be able to go.
Oh shit, that's right. God damn.
You're always broke.
I'm always broke. I'm not getting
Yeah,
paid.
even
Sell
when
it-
we're making money,
Dude,
we're broke.
sell a kidney. Sell your blood.
I
Do
already
something.
sold half my shit. I'm down
Yeah.
to 1 stick.
That sucks.
Yeah. So
Donate your hair. Donate.
Who wants my fucking nappy ass hair?
Well, first of all, there's
Kidney
that.
cancer.
And it's not long enough.
Kids
It's
with
not
cancer
long
would throw
enough.
that shit back. Like,
They're like, what the fuck is this? I'm
What the
dying.
fuck is this?
I'm dying, and this is what you give me. Your nappy ass hair.
Exactly.
I don't know. It's prostitution.
That ain't gonna work.
That ain't gonna work.
Nah.
You tried.
Oh, I could go down the list of websites you could get on.
Oh
for that.
God, no, thank you.
Human experimentation.
Human experimentation. How about let's not say we did?
I did apply to that thing where you get to lay in bed for 30 days when they pump you full of drugs and see if your hair grows. And I'm like, oh, cool.
You did sign up for that?
Well, it was the sleep deprivation one. If you get stay up for 30 days.
That's real?
Yeah, they have shit
Yeah,
like
they
that for
have real experimentations like that, but
The
you
payout
have
was
to
gonna-
volunteer for it.
The payout was gonna be like $3,000.
What?
What if you died? What if you died in the
Man,
process?
that's part of the problem.
You just raise your hand.
$300 a day to stay up
Yeah.
24/7.
Well, they have to poke and prod the fuck out of you.
I do that for free.
I would go mad. I couldn't do that.
You couldn't do it.
Sleep deprivation.
I couldn't do it either. I didn't
I'm
do my
always
sleep,
fucking
man.
awake. I don't ever sleep.
I've had insomnia before, and it was not fun.
It's
I
not fun at
actually
all.
have insomnia now, but that doesn't mean I'm fucking good. Just
Okay.
saying.
Alright, so in the words of Silent Wiper, bye.
Bye.
Bye, guys. So,
Bye.
thank you again. Remember, guys, keep on fighting, fighters.
Bye.
We are out.